What you put in your ramen says a lot about you. This cheesy ramen says, I'm the type of person who likes a balance in life. It brings serious heat but cools it down with layers of gooey cheese. If your personality is spicy but you want to make it comforting, this recipe is definitely for you. First, cut up some tofu into bite-sized cubes. Then smash and finely chop a few cloves of garlic. You can see that I'm having a little bit of trouble smashing and cutting it, but that's okay. I got it taken care of. Next, heat up some olive oil in the wok. I recommend using a wok over a skillet or a pan because the wok is big enough to hold in all the ingredients of the ramen. Then add in the garlic along with diced onion and chopped cilantro. Then listen to that sizzle. It's basically ASMR for food lover. Now add in some tofu to make the sizzle even louder. Give everything a good stir so all the flavor starts coming in together. Next, dice up some fresh tomatoes. The tomato adds brightness and just a little touch of Italy to this Korean-inspired ramen. Next, add in tomatoes and stir thoroughly. Then crack open an egg. Next, come in Shin Ramen seasoning packet. This powder packs a serious punch, so don't underestimate it. If you really like to live life on the edge, swap it for Bulldog seasoning packet. Then level it up with sriracha mayo. It brings extra richness while add in a layer of spice. If you want something milder, then replace it with Kewpie mayo. Mix everything together. Of course, add in some hot boiling water over the mixture. Now drop in your ramen noodles. I tried breaking them apart, but they weren't cooperating. But don't worry, once the broth heats up, they'll naturally loosen up. Now add in your protein of choice like sliced pork today. But this recipe works with anything. You can do beef, chicken, shrimp, or if you're a vegetarian, you can do mushrooms or bok choys. Continue giving it a good stir. Now you'll see that the noodles begin to spread apart and soak up all the flavor. I took one bite and it was like, holy shit, it's really spicy. Then neutralize the heat with some mozzarella string cheese. The mozzarella helps tame the heat while making everything deliciously stretchy. Of course, you can pick any cheese you want. Let's add another round of Mexican shredded cheese. You can also add cheddar, white American, pepper jacks, or anything. The whole goal is to make everything melt. Then I decided to go crazy and add more cheese, like the white American cheese. I put the lid on, hoping that it melts, and yes, it did melt. Then I add a generous amount of furikake in there. Then add in freshly chopped green onion. Now grab your chopstick and gently mix everything together. I'm looking for one thing, which is that perfect cheesy stretch. Once you get those long strands of melted cheese, you know it's ready. Just remember, this ramen is absolutely boiling hot. So make sure to slow down and let it cool off. But if you're desperate like me, you can skip the cooling part, just shove the whole thing in your mouth. One of the things I want to tell you is making ramen is very meaningful for me because my dad and I, we used to stay up late, like about 2 or 3 a.m. late to create crazy ramen dishes. Sometimes we make like all vegetable dish or all meat dish. We just go hands down all out on these ramen dishes. I know my mom's always screaming at me and say, oh, if you eat too much ramen at night, you're gonna get fat. But I don't care. Nothing hits best than ramen at 3 a.m. in the morning. And I kid you not, you should really try it. This cheesy ramen is so perfect for anyone who just want a very savory meal that will last them for hours. You can see here that I'm trying to eat this, but it was so hot and I can't handle it. So I had to blow on it a couple times, but oh my god, it tastes absolutely amazing. You got to try it.